What if we do it like that?
Just living. Actually, sounds pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Did you record that?
Yeah, it's being recorded right now.
You should keep that. Those were the days.
Stop singing actual stuff.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is March 11th. It's been a few days since our last podcast. Quite a bit has happened. The biggest news is I am 35. No, it's not the biggest news. Haley just had surgery yesterday, so we haven't been recording for the past couple of days. Like I said, we have no written cadence, so we'll do what we want. But she's up today. How you feeling? Right now, in the moment.
Right now, not super great. Got a trap gas bubble right here. It's really putting a lot of pressure on my neck. And my throat feels like I got shot from the tube.
Yep.
But again, my stomach is not horrible. Not what I expected it to be. There's a little discomfort if I try to twist or lay on my side, but
Haley had a minimally invasive laparoscopic surgery yesterday. So outpatient, sent home. But she was willing to get up for this. This meant something. No, you need to get up to walk it out and get that blood flowing.
Roscoe, the nurse, making sure I do my stuff.
Yeah, got to. You did it for me. Gotta do it for you.
I did.
Anyway, sorry I didn't start my timer. In the essence of time, in the work day and your resting day, since you can walk out and then go rest. I had a fun plan for my birthday because I thought we were going to shoot last week, but I don't remember what caused us not to. I think I slept in on my birthday.
You did.
And then I had to go to work, so I had no time to shoot. Anyway, with that, I proposed. Well, I was going to propose on my birthday. It's March. It's March Madness season. We've done some of these before, so it's not new. But I proposed to have a little fun and do a March Madness Disney bracket.
Nice.
Now, it's not going to be any shock to some of the people that know us, especially the people that know Haley. But
there's only one winner.
Shoot. My number one film, as well as her number one film, is obviously going to be exactly what I'm wearing right now, which is The Lion King. And before we start this is a little sidebar. I tell lots of stories of moments that made me fall in love with Haley. Do you know where I'm going with this? Can you remember? No. Some of them vary.
Thanks.
Of the moment I was like, hey, I think I like this girl.
Hey.
But
I think I love you.
When we were in high school, which we met in high school, and Haley dated a couple of my friends in high school, not me.
Was that important information?
It was.
No, it was not.
At the time that this occurred, she was dating someone in my neighborhood that I was friends with, really close friends with. So I was around her because I was around him because he was my good friend. And I remember her saying something specifically about the movie The Lion King and how it was her favorite movie and this and this and this. And I was like, hey,
that's my favorite movie.
I really like that movie too. And we were in a time in high school where hopefully now kids in high school are more open to be, kids at heart. When we were in high school, it was lame. If I came out and said, oh, I love this movie from Disney, it would be lame and get picked on. Now, hopefully, people can still have their kid heart alive and well. You know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, yeah, maybe that's true for you, but
yeah, maybe it's a different thing for boys and girls.
Yeah,
but
I've always been a Disney fan since
I'll tell this story real quick because we'll go through this fast. I've told this story many times to people, especially you, in high school. I think I was 17. This is my Harry Potter story with my book. I was a big fan of Harry Potter. And the night that the last book released, I went to the midnight release of the book at Books A Million. and waited in line with everybody else at midnight by myself, alone. Drove myself up there, got my book, was like, this is dope. I'm going to go home and read it. When I walked out to go back to my car, it was sitting right next to the bookstore set against the local movie theater. A bunch of kids from my high school were coming out of the movie theater and saw me, and they were like, hey, Roscoe. They stopped me, and they were like, you okay?
Sorry.
They were like, hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? Like, what movie did you see? So I took the book and put it behind my back because I was embarrassed. I was like, they're going to make fun of me. And rightfully so, they did, because I was like, actually just went and picked up this book. And they were like, nerd, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, whatever, fuck y'all. I shouldn't have felt ashamed at all about that. Mm-hmm. And I wish I could go back when it comes to stuff like that, regret. I wish I would have found the right people in high school that wouldn't have, like, cared about that kind of stuff, because it was like a front. And nowadays, people love Harry Potter. People my age that were making fun of me for loving it are like, oh, this, you know.
It's a pretty big staple from our time.
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, where were you then? You hypocrite? Anyway. That's sidetracking.
Wow. What a weird thing to say.
It's always on my mind. Anyway, when Haley, I remember Haley specifically saying something about The Lion King when we were in high school, and I was like, I really like that movie too, like a lot. And I have fond memories of The Lion King. I already know, we can already tell you that will be our champion. At least I know it will be.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I'm wearing the Broadway play. It is, if not one of the best movies ever made, not just animated movies. It's a retelling of Hamlet, but I remember seeing it in theaters at 4 or 5 years old with my grandmother. And I was with my grandmother alone. She got it for me for that Christmas. It was like...
Were you at the, what is it, Dixie Dozen?
No, I went to the Cinema 123 on Bargetown Road. You all don't know this, but she took just me. I don't know why it was just me. But yeah. Then there's a history after. That movie is very special to me. It's very special to her. But I thought, well, what we could do is at least find out who the co-runner-up could be. Okay. Because we know who one is.
I think I already know who our co-runner-up is going to be.
If you look, though...
Because we both equally love that movie, too.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to type while I do this. But if you look at the bracketology of it, the one seeds are Finding Nemo, Toy Story. Winnie the Pooh is the number one seed, which shocked me. I don't get that. And Pinocchio. Anyway, yeah, so let's just go through it. Okay. Now, I would say this. We're going to have some mixed opinions. So I think we can coin flip it if you want. If it gets down to it. Okay. So that'll just choose. All right. Why don't you read off the first matchup?
First off the bat is Finding Nemo at 1 against the 16th, which is Robin Hood. So, here's the thing.
We can't take long on each one of
I know,
these.
Right? Here's the thing. I want to give an honorable shout out to Robin Hood.
Yeah, why?
Great movie. Great music.
It's not a great movie. It's a great intro.
No, it is a great movie. I do really like Robin Hood. But it is really nothing compared to Finding Nemo.
Yeah, we'll agree there. Finding Nemo for sure. All right, second matchup, the 8 versus 9, the Sleeping Beauty versus Tarzan.
It's Tarzan.
I'm gonna be honest. I have never seen Sleeping Beauty all the way through. It was never a movie that I've seen bits of it. I know the story. Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty also has its oh my gosh.
Has its moments.
I'm sorry, guys. My throat is... I'm trying really hard.
She is.
Sleeping Beauty has its moments. Definitely has its... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, when you think, like, a thimble, right? That I automatically go to Beauty and the Beast.
No, Sleeping Beauty.
I'm sorry, Sleeping Beauty. I've read Beauty and the Beast. So, like, it has memorable moments. Sure. But, again, compared to Tarzan and that soundtrack...
It's an older... Sleeping Beauty is an older one. It's before... our time, even though some of these before our time movies and after our time movies are going to be...
Phil Collins killed it.
Is it Phil Collins?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Is it Phil Collins?
Yes.
It's great. Yeah, it's a great soundtrack. I remember when that movie came out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up, the 5 seed, Fantasia versus Alice in Wonderland. Both freaky-ass films.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to go Fantasia, but not because I love it more than Alice in Wonderland, but because Fantasia is a classic. Like, I seriously question your Disney love if you've never seen Fantasia.
Here's the thing. I only like the first part of Fantasia with Mickey and the brooms. I don't like any of the rest of it.
Really?
Yeah, like
the
I like
symphony, all the music.
I love Yen Sid, and
I love that.
You know, it might just have been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, but I think it's very calming.
Yeah, I don't like the remake one that they did, the Fantasia 2000.
Alice in Wonderland is just.
I watched Alice in Wonderland a lot as a kid, but it freaked me out a lot.
It's got
for that
again,
I'll say Fantasia.
It's got moments.
Yeah.
That you obviously are going to be able to say, "Oh, that's Alice in Wonderland." But it's essentially just a girl doing drugs.
Kinda. It's got its I mean, I was gonna make us flip for this, but I'll agree with you. Okay, next up, Monsters Inc. versus Fox and the Hound. Look.
Okay.
Fox and the Hound's a beautiful film.
Beautiful film.
It's very sad.
Very sad.
Has moments. Love it. But Monsters Inc. is pretty good.
I will go with Monsters Inc. because I can watch Monsters Inc. over and over. Fox and the Hound, I kind of got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah, I would choose Monsters Inc. over Fox and the Hound right now as well. Let me make sure I keep everything in frame. I'll zoom in a little bit. All right, big one here. Princesses. Movies I don't really care for. The Little Mermaid versus Princess and the Frog. Princess and the Frog is a later time, so this is our kids watching this, which we have seen
a million times.
It's not a bad film.
It is not.
Little Mermaid, though, is...
It's a classic.
Yeah, it's a very big classic. It actually came out before we were born, both of us, if you didn't know that. Came out in the 80s, yeah. People think it's a 90s movie, but it's actually an 80s movie.
I love Little Mermaid.
All right, 3-seed Dumbo, 14-seed Treasure Planet. A lot of people love Treasure Planet. Understands. Did I use the word right that time?
I think so.
Yeah, for Treasure Planet. But for me, it's Dumbo. I mean, I watched Dumbo a lot as a kid.
So there's a scene in Dumbo that freaks me out.
Obviously. Freaks everybody out.
It's very weird.
What the hell were they making us watch when we were that little?
Do drugs. I'm serious. Yeah. We were coming off a weird time.
That came out in like the 50s.
Dumbo is...
If not earlier.
Definitely...
Or later. Maybe 60s.
It's definitely got some weird, questionable things in it. But it is a classic. And again, it's got a really good soundtrack.
What? What songs?
When the crows sing...
It came out in 41. It might be one of the oldest movies.
When the mom sings to Dumbo, like it's...
Yeah, All right, just alone.
I mean, it's not a banger. I'm not listening to it in the car, but it's got a good soundtrack.
Just for the fact that it came out in 1941 deserves to be moved up. That's crazy.
Not the oldest movie, though.
Snow White. I think it's Snow White, then Dumbo, maybe.
Snow White is the oldest movie.
Yeah, but 1941 to do that, it's pretty wild. All right, we're going to have to power through these.
Okay.
And I don't care if we go over a little bit today. We've been out for a couple of days.
I'm okay with that, too.
You're not even working today, and it's early.
I'm not, yes.
All right. Next up, we have...
Lady and the Tramp and Mulan. And this is where we might need a flip. Okay?
I don't really care for Mulan.
I love Lady and the Tramp. I really do.
I do, too.
I love Mulan. A lot. I quote Mulan
Flip
a
it.
lot.
Flip it!
All right.
Heads Mulan.
Yeah.
Because Mulan has heads.
Yes.
And tails. Because dogs have tails.
Yeah, that's good. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So tail.
Oh, why did you do that? Fuck.
I wasn't going to hit you with it.
I thought you were.
No.
All right, Mulan it is, because she's got heads.
And Haley's going back to the hospital.
Shit, that really hurt.
You okay?
Yeah, but it just, hurt me. I was not expecting that.
All right. And then the last seed of this bracket corner is Up versus Pocahontas.
Which, again, Up is a great movie.
It's already decided. Pocahontas is a... I'm gonna write.
If you can't tell
Poca.
that we're millennials by our movie choices, it's very clear.
I don't know.
We're nostalgic to the 90s.
Okay, let's go down into this southwest bracket. Chicken Little versus Pinocchio.
Chicken Little is crap.
I kind of agree. I don't like Chicken. There's one funny scene in it. I've only seen it one time.
Yeah, I don't like Chicken Little. I don't really care for Pinocchio either.
Pinocchio.
But I know
I like
you and
Pinocchio.
I know you and Bear love Pinocchio.
It's one of the classics that I watched all the time. It was in my grandma's VHS case.
Yeah,
So,
me too. I'm just saying I'm not a fan of Pinocchio. It's
It's
another
also one of the
weird
older
movie.
films, probably 40s.
It's very odd. I mean, but who doesn't love Jiminy Cricket? So
Exactly. All right, Bolt. Only seen it once. Our daughter likes that movie a lot. Versus Tangled.
which our other daughter loves.
Just on principle of
It's
my daughter, it's got to be Tangled, I believe, and I think you're gonna go the same way.
I am gonna go that same way because I don't like Bolt at all.
Yeah, and we've seen Tangled a lot because of our youngest.
We have. That is her movie for sure.
Okay, Brave, which I've only seen once, versus Beauty and the Beast. I would say Brave is the best movie on this list, honestly.
You're insane.
Yeah, I don't care.
And it's Beauty and the Beast. That's no competition.
Yes, even though it's a terrible story of Stockholm Syndrome. Oh, lost it. We're just going to write Beauty. I'm just going to write Beauty.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Wall-E versus Cars. Now, I always said I hated Cars.
I really like Cars.
I kind of do too. I mean, we've watched
If it's
it
the
more.
first movie,
Is it something about being on the podcast that
I
I'm
think
just
it's
starting
you.
to drool?
I think it's you. Or you're just like taken aback by my beauty and you just can't help but drool over yourself. If it's Cars, the original,
Yeah,
I'm down.
it's Cars, the original. Yeah.
Wall-E, like we talked about over the weekend, I'm just not a fan of Wall-E.
It's not a bad movie.
I know. I get the point behind the movie. I get the moral behind the movie. I just don't care for it.
Mm-hmm.
Cars, I mean,
Yeah.
who doesn't love Mater? So
All right, the next matchup: Finding Dory, Ellen DeGeneres, Finding Ellen, or Hercules. This one is by far might be the easiest selection here. I'm not even gonna let you try to flip, even if you said no. Hercules is a fan favorite in our house, specifically.
oh, there's no drama today.
There's no drama class for
Yeah.
Scarlett?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, it's Hercules. Finding Dory, while great,
I don't think it's great at all.
I do. I think it has funny movie moments. We're a big Hercules house, so
All right, 3 seed Incredibles versus Dinosaur.
it's Incredibles.
Yeah. Not going to be a hard choice there either.
Do you remember when you?
Tried to let Riley watch Dinosaur and it freaked her out.
Yeah, because it got murdered.
In like the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, great.
All right.
All right, here's where I'm gonna make some people mad.
James and the Giant Peach versus Lilo and Stitch. I'll say this. I don't really like Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It really makes a lot of people mad.
I know a lot of people love it, but I think it's the generation that's a little younger than us that really love it. And now, like the kids
There
like
are
it.
grown adults older than us that love Lilo and Stitch.
don't
I
really
have
care
been
for it.
bashed every
The
time I
music's
say
good.
I hate that movie.
The music's okay.
I don't think it's a good movie. I don't like it at all. You couldn't
don't
pay me to
hate
watch
it
it.
like
I'm not a
that.
Stitch fan. I said what I said. Sorry for all that love it. I don't like it.
I'm trying to figure. I'm looking at
James and
next
the
seed.
Giant Peach, I have seen
I've watched that a lot.
100 times. I
watched
love
that
that movie.
growing up a lot. We're gonna put Giant Peach up there because, again, freaks me out though. A lot of these movies scared me as a kid. The Big Rhino.
Well, James and the Giant Peach is a Tim Burton film.
I don't think Tim Burton did it.
I'm almost positive it's a Tim Burton
We're
film.
gonna go off track here doing all this.
Well, I already got it. You don't need to do it.
I bet I can do it faster. No, Henry Selick. It's a story by Roald Dahl, the guy who wrote Willy Wonka. It wasn't Tim Burton. It was just stop motion animation.
Well, it gives Tim Burton vibes, and I like it.
I'll agree with that. It does give Tim Burton vibes. It scares me though, that big rhino in this storm.
Yeah, but it's all part of his dream, and
Yeah. Okay. This is where I'm confused. I didn't see this already. Is this the Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey?
I
Wasn't a
believe
Disney.
that's the.
That has to be the Mickey one because the Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey wasn't Disney.
I don't know. That looks like a human, not a puppet.
I know that looks
Or a
like
Muppet.
that looks like a Jim Carrey thing. If it's a Muppet,
Yeah, Muppets did the Christmas
yeah, but
Carol
they weren't owned by Disney then.
because wasn't Gonzo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Gonzo was like the narrator with Rizzo
yeah.
versus Inside Out.
It's Inside Out.
I don't know if it's a Muppets Christmas Carol.
It's Inside Out.
Okay.
Another memory.
Yeah. The girl's name in the movie is Riley Anderson, which is our daughter's name, so it's It's crazy.
I'll never forget her standing up in the middle of the theater.
That's my name.
That's my name.
Yeah. All right, let's move to the southeast, and we'll just start over here.
Okay.
Pull it into frame. All right, number 1 seed, which is Winnie the Pooh versus Atlantis.
Yeah. It's Milo.
No.
It's Milo all day.
I love Winnie the Pooh.
I can't stand Winnie the Pooh.
Flip it up.
Fine, flip it. It's Milo all day.
Where's the coin?
I don't know, but I'm about to go stand over here in the corner.
Okay, come on. Which one?
Oh my god. OMG. Don't hit your head.
Heads for Winnie, tails for Milo, and Atlantis. Pooh moves on. And drops it again. No, Winnie the Pooh.
Sorry, Milo. It's totally you. Lost Empire is so good.
It's not bad.
It's so good.
I think Winnie the Pooh movies are good.
It's like, I know that there's not like relation there, but it's like the prequel to what's those blue people? What's that movie called?
Avatar.
Avatar.
Has no connection to it.
Come on, when he gets to the
Pocahontas and Avatar are similar.
No, when Milo gets to the Lost Empire, they all have the weird blue things and they can fly or whatever.
Sure.
It's very similar to Avatar. It's Milo.
It's not. It's
no further discussion, but
Pooh's,
whatever.
Pooh's Grand Adventure, Tigger, Eeyore. I'm down with Winnie the Pooh. I like Winnie the Pooh. All right, the 8 and 9, Tinkerbell versus Wreck-It Ralph. Hopefully we're on the same boat here. Wreck-It Ralph came out when our oldest firstborn was about 3 or 4. We have fond memories of that film. I think it's a really funny film.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really good 2010s Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
One of the last good ones, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's Moana and Coco and stuff. But as far as Disney animation studios, I think Wreck-It Ralph is my choice. You gonna wreck it or fix it, Felix?
No, I like it.
You good with it?
Yeah. She also loved Tinkerbell a lot, but...
Well, it's not her choice. This is us.
No, I know. I'm just saying...
Ralph is moving.
We watched Ralph a lot, but we
did.
also watched a lot of Tinkerbell.
We did, but Wreck-It Ralph was good. All right.
Easy, Moana.
I love Peter Pan.
Moana. It's easy. That's so easy.
I love Peter Pan.
I know you do, but it's Moana. Moana is a superior movie.
This is the golden age of my favorite animation style of Disney.
Yes.
But I'll agree.
It's Moana.
Moana shocked me how good it was when I first saw it. I was like, wow, this is actually really good. Great soundtrack. Good story. The same goes here. Sword in the Stone, classic.
Yes,
I know you don't like it. I do.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
I just don't love it as much as Coco.
Yeah, when I saw Coco, again, it was one of those that I wasn't expecting. These are Pixar films, too. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. It's pretty good. It's really good, and it holds up today. It's a great film. So, Coco. All right, Great Mouse Detective, which...
Dirty that they put that with Lion King, because that's a fantastic film.
The Lion King is just the 6th seed, too, which is crazy.
Lion King. I know, because people out here are insane. They don't even know what they're talking about.
Okay, Zootopia versus Meet the Robinsons.
Zootopia.
I mean, I really have no feelings for either one of these movies that much. I've seen both of them. We saw one of them in theaters. So, yeah, I'd say Zootopia just because the kids, but Riley really likes.
Yes, she does.
This movie's grown on me.
Emperor's New Groove.
I didn't really care for it.
Me neither.
For the longest time.
Me neither.
And our friend watched it, and she loves it. It's like her favorite movie.
It's pretty funny.
It's funnier now, yeah. I've watched it recently. So, over Bug's Life, yeah. Bug's Life I watched a lot. But I'm going to give it to David Spade. And
Bug's Life also has good jokes that we quote a lot.
Yeah. But Emperor's New Groove is funny.
Emperor's New Groove is very funny.
Okay. The 2 seed Snow White classic.
We're going to flip for this.
You're joking.
No
way.
I'm being serious.
Why? You don't like...
Goofy movie is trash. Stop. Fix your face,
You don't like Snow White at all.
I don't. I do not like Snow White. It's definitely a Goofy movie.
Goofy movie is one of my favorite Disney films ever. Goofy's one of my favorite characters.
That's true. I know.
Goofy movie's top tier. He might beat the Lion King, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely not.
All right. We're going to go over 30 minutes today, but that's okay.
Yeah. Another hard one.
No, it's not.
Oliver and Company is so good.
Are we flipping for it?
No, it's Toy Story. But Oliver and Company is so good.
We quote Toy Story more than any. Again, another film that changed our generation.
Yes.
And I remember seeing it in theaters, like, wow.
But again, honorable mention to Oliver and Company because it's a fantastic film.
It's not. It has one good song in it. It's okay.
No, it's a great film.
Okay. Name any other character besides Oliver in the company right now.
I don't know the names.
Because it's not a good movie.
It is a good movie. I'll go watch it right now while you work.
All right. Next up, Frozen, Big Hero 6. Look, Big Hero 6 is a good film. We love Baymax. These two are our kids. These are our kids' films that we watched a lot on
Frozen.
merit of how much we had to watch it and how much joy it brought our daughters. And it was a good film.
Yeah. And going to
Frozen.
Disney
Yeah.
so they can meet them was, it's definitely a good film.
All right, Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a Tim Burton one. Mm-hmm. Versus Monsters University. I don't think Monsters University is good at all, so I'm going to have to say it's Nightmare Before Christmas. That's my choice.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you just get to decide what goes there. Because I think Monsters University is hilarious.
She sure is feeling bad, isn't she?
And Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm not a fan.
I know you're not, so you want to flip it.
Yeah.
Heads for Nightmare. Tails for...
Monsters.
Yeah. Your girl.
Damn,
it's heads again.
It's
not a double-sided.
Is this trick? Oh, man.
Drop these coins. Is it a trick coin?
I don't know. I can't trust you.
Timer's off, but we're going.
We're going to keep going.
Christmas.
Don't worry. This is something you can listen to and still work, so.
Yeah, sorry for the listening podcast today because this one's going to be...
Well, we're reading it out to them, so they just don't get to see it.
That's true. I don't know what's going on with my...
Font?
Yeah. I can fix it. Go ahead and read the next one while I'm fixing.
All right, next up is Ratatouille against The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I like the Hunchback's our age.
Hunchback is a classic.
Ratatouille's pretty good.
Ratatouille is okay.
It's underrated.
I would go Hunchback.
I'll just agree with you. I don't mind Hunchback. It was a good film at the time.
Easy for me, hard for you.
Yeah, this next one's hard. So, I'm a bigger fan of the sequel of The Rescuers. The Rescuers Down Under.
Yes, I know.
If we're counting that in there. But, Aladdin's one of my favorite Disney films, as controversial as it is.
We saw some...
Don't.
Stop, you're making my...
Then don't say anything.
Stop.
Aladdin, that's it.
But you know what I'm going to say.
Yes, I do. Robin Williams, probably one of the best performances ever. Cinderella. I watched this a lot. I had a lot of these films growing up. It's all we could watch. Versus the Aristocats. We're going to agree here, too, I think. Aristocats is the better film.
Aristocats is so great.
It's funnier.
Yes.
It's got better. This next one, you don't even care about it, I believe. You hate both of these films.
I do not enjoy either of them. But if I had to choose, it'd be The Jungle Book.
Good, because The Jungle Book is the right choice. While Bambi, which I think Bambi might be the second film ever made next to Snow White, is an okay film. Again, it was amazing to be shot like that before its time, or at its time. Jungle Book's a great film. I don't really care for Recess at all. So, and
how you feel about 101 Dalmatians. I'll give it to you because I don't care about either movie.
Gotta give it to me. We're just gonna put 101 Dogs. Dogs. Yeah. All right. So we got our. We got our 32 now to move around. So let's just keep going from this side, and then we'll break it down again. Toy Story versus Frozen.
It's
hard, kind of.
It is. It's Toy Story, though, if we're being honest.
It is. We're only counting it as the first movie, not the trilogies. So, yeah, Toy Story is going to be hard to beat in this list here. Nightmare versus Hunchback. I really don't think either one of these deserve to be here, but if I had to choose, I'm with you. I know you don't like Nightmare. I don't really care for it that much either. Hunchback's got a good soundtrack.
Hunchback has Esmeralda, and that's all I need to know.
And they say the word gypsy. It's not appropriate
It
anymore.
was allowed to be said back
The
then.
Gypsies. It's got a really good soundtrack.
It does.
And a terrible villain, Scary.
Yes.
Sanctuary. I kind of want to watch Hunchback now. Aristocats versus Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna fight harder for Aristocats, but
Over Aladdin?
not over it, but yeah. All right, Jungle Book, 101 Dalmatians. This is hard for me because I love the Jungle Book.
I'm gonna go Jungle Book because I don't really care for 101 Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians is one of my favorite like drawing movies.
I know.
Like yeah. So if you want to flip, we'll flip, but I'm not gonna cave. Do you want Jungle Book to be heads this time?
Yes.
Okay.
It's fucking tails. I'm leaving.
It's heads.
It's a trick coin.
That is weird.
You were tricking.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
That is weird. That's 4 in a row, though.
Just so everybody knows, we haven't talked about it. Roscoe is somewhat of a magician and does magic, so I'm convinced this is a fake coin.
I'm flattered that you think I'm somewhat of a magician.
I mean, you can do some tricks that definitely blow my
No,
mind.
I am a magician.
Okay, whoa. I don't know why we're yelling.
All right, Winnie the Pooh versus Wreck-It Ralph.
Ralph.
Ralph moves on.
This is hard.
Yeah.
Wow, pinch poke. Moana speaks to me more because of the whole grandmother thing.
Sure.
But then you've got Coco that's like, hey, remember you're dead or they go away, which is also really fucking sad. I'm gonna have to go with Moana though. If I was forced to sit down and pick one of the two, I'd pick Moana.
I'm picking Coco.
I guess we're flipping the fake coin. I'm flipping this time.
Okay. Can you? Well,
Tails.
You didn't even call anything.
Moana. I said Moana's tails.
Did you?
Yes.
You didn't. Okay. Flip it again.
In my head, I did.
Okay. Well, tails is Moana.
Tails is Moana.
You hit the damn mic.
It's heads again. Is this like heavier on one side?
No. You hit the mic that time too. It's Coco. Lion King versus Zootopia.
Lion King.
We know what happens. So basically, this whole bracket doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove versus Goofy Movie.
Goofy movie.
Goofy Movie moves on, and it's gonna die to the Lion King, which we already know. All right. So this side. We'll start at the bottom. Inside Out versus James the Giant Peach.
Inside Out.
Inside Out for me too. Hercules versus The Incredibles.
Hercules.
Hercules moves on for me as well. One of the best soundtracks, best films. Beauty and the Beast versus Cars.
Beauty and the Beast.
I'll give you Beauty and the Beast. Pinocchio versus Tangled.
Tangled.
I want Pinocchio.
Fine.
Do you want to flip?
Do I want to flip for it?
Yeah, heads for Pinocchio because he has. Or, if you think it's a weird coin, I'll put heads as
Tangled.
Tangled. Okay. This is weird.
There's
no way.
You've done it. Like, we should put money on it.
I know.
Well, that's massive. Right.
Did you throw it okay?
Hurts.
Hurts from her tube they gave her during her surgery. All right, Pocahontas versus Mulan. I mean, this is easy for me. It's Pocahontas.
I agree.
You do?
I do.
Pocahontas is a great film. Little Maid.
Little Maid.
Little Maid.
Little Maid. It's Little Mermaid over Dumbo. It is.
I don't like the Little Mermaid more than Dumbo.
You're insane.
How about we won't need to flip. I'll give it to you. Because I know Pocahontas should beat Little Mermaid.
Maybe.
Princess versus Princess. Fantasia versus Monsters, Inc. I'm going to say Monsters, Inc.
Yeah.
Tarzan versus Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo's pretty good.
Can you please put that where it's supposed to go? Thank you.
Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Now we'll just go back down. This is our Sweet 16, so now we're getting to our Elite 8. Finding Nemo versus Monsters, Inc. That's hard.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah, I guess Finding Nemo is better. Little Mermaid versus Pocahontas? Pocahontas is better for me.
I agree.
Okay. Pinocchio versus Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast is better. I agree. Hercules versus Inside Out. Hercules is better. Yes?
Yeah.
All right. This is where it's going to stink for us. I don't even want to do this one. These are like two of my favorite films.
Okay, well, we know who the rightful king is.
Upset! Goofy movie moves
You
on.
wish.
No. Lion King moves on. For sure. We've already said. Coco versus Ralph.
Coco. For real?
I love Wreck-It Ralph.
I know, but Coco is such a good movie, and we watched it way more than we watched
I don't
Wreck-It
think
Ralph.
we've watched Wreck-It Ralph enough then. I think we should go flip it up.
Flip it. Don't hit me.
Ralph can be tails.
Fine.
If it's heads, I mean...
Oh my gosh, look at that. You finally broke the curse.
Tails. And Wreck-It Ralph moves on. Even though it doesn't matter, I've said. But I'm fine with that. I like that.
Aladdin.
Aladdin over the Jungle Book. Yeah.
And Toy Story over Hunchback.
Yeah.
For sure.
This is it. This is the final 8. And this is a good 8.
It is.
All right. Toy Story and Aladdin.
If we're going original Aladdin,
I'm not going to discredit. Yes, original Aladdin. What other Aladdin are you talking about?
I just think
Robin Williams?
Robin Williams is really good in that movie. Even though I love Tom Hanks
You can't.
and Tim Allen in Toy Story so much. I love them both.
I love Aladdin more than... Like, Aladdin's up there in the
Yeah.
top 5. But Toy Story is... We quote it so much.
I know.
I quoted it in the last podcast.
I know.
It's Toy Story for me, even though I love Aladdin.
Okay.
We quote Aladdin a lot.
We do.
It's got a better soundtrack.
Yeah. Toy Story.
Toy Story, yeah. Toy Story is an amazing film. It's a funny film. Tim Allen's great.
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph versus The Lion King. Lion King moves up to the final 4. All right. Hercules versus Beauty and the Beast. We can fight all day on this.
We can. Because
I know you love Beauty and the Beast.
I love Beauty and the Beast. Like a lot.
Oh,
I can't. That's the.
You want a Rochambeau?
That's the second movie that I can quote almost every line from. But Hercules has a
better soundtrack.
better soundtrack,
Better cast.
better story.
And it's not it's kind of like a Stockholm syndrome
It's got
story.
it's got morals to the story. Whereas Beauty and the Beast is just kind of like, hey, I kidnapped you, oh, I fell in love. So just do Hercules.
I do Hercules because I think it's weird that girls are like, ew, I want the Beast to go back to the way he was. He's ugly now. And I'm like, you're a freak.
But they're not wrong.
You're a freak too.
I think we already established that in our Hear Me Out cake.
Yeah, you did. All right. Finding Nemo versus Pocahontas. Pocahontas? I mean, Pocahontas I think Pocahontas, if you don't know, Pocahontas was the A team of Disney animators because they shot Pocahontas and the Lion King at the same, or they made them at the same time.
Because
they
I
put
thought
all
Lion
their
King
money.
was going to flop.
Well, they thought Pocahontas was going to be this big film. They put all their money and best artists into Pocahontas when the Lion King ended up like blowing up. Pocahontas is still a beautiful film. Like the colors,
Yes.
I love the coloring in
Yes.
Pocahontas with like the teals and pinks.
Yes.
The music's good.
Yes.
The story's
Yes.
Finding Nemo's a great film.
It is.
It's just,
We quote Finding Nemo a lot.
yeah, it's just hard. I don't know. I'll let you pick. I love both of these films.
I'm
happy either way.
gonna go Poca.
Really?
Yeah.
An upset to make it to the final 4, the 15
It's
seed.
just such a good movie.
It is.
I used to have the sheets. It's a whole thing.
All right, we got their final 4: Lion King, Hercules, Toy Story. I wasn't expecting Pocahontas, but Pocahontas. All right, so we
Okay,
know for
well-
sure the Lion King, unfortunately, will beat Toy Story.
And we also know the Lion King is the champion. So
Yes,
I don't even know what we're doing at this point.
we do know Lion King is the champion. So to wrap things up, because we're 10 minutes over, this is what we're here for, is to really pick like who was our second favorite movie. Hercules versus Pocahontas, both 90s films, close to the same time. Just on humor and love of the film, which I said, you know
It's
what I say.
Hercules.
Yeah, I'll vote Hercules.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you have it. The champion, if you want to call it champion, because we have to, get away from the Lion King, because we already knew it was going to win. But this is what we were really trying to decide was what our second was.
Yeah.
Is Hercules 0 to hero? Yeah. So there we
that
go.
was good.
That was fun.
Yes, it was. We did a good job.
I thought we'd do that for my birthday, and
Then you slept in.
yeah, and then we
Yeah.
went over today. So, well, at least thank you for coming in and checking us out. If you did, come back and we'll do some other kind of fun stuff like this. Hopefully, let us know which movie would have been your favorite. If it's
Yeah.
not The Lion King, because
Well, if it's not The Lion King, you're wrong. But sure,
Yeah.
share your opinion.
I kind of agree with her. If it's not The Lion King, you're wrong. Have a good March 11th and good morning.
Good morning. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, enjoy your day. Have a good one.